Yo, what's up guys? How is everyone doing? I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Shout out to Trader DJ staying up until 4 AM to watch this stream. Absolutely amazing dedication there. Yeah, shout out to all the Indian viewers. I don't see enough of you guys in the chat. That's not fair, I'm Indian too. Well, I don't think I am. I don't know. Short or long, bro, I like how you're getting straight to the point here. Guys, today I want to go into the analysis for Bitcoin, obviously. First, we're going to start off with the relatively short-term things here. And guys, what we've seen today, I'm on the wrong chart. What we've seen today is this M shape play out. And it's something that I signaled to you many times in the past. I said that, you know, this is a pattern Bitcoin has been following, and it repeated itself once, twice, and now 3 times. So I did call this in VIP and gold with this M shape playing out. I noticed it, and I saw it happening again. It's a very typical pattern that Bitcoin has been playing out. And guys, quick shout out to all of the VIPs. Just got a quick message here from someone a couple days ago. I take the FOMO out of the group, which is obviously very important, replacing bad habits with good ones as quickly as possible when members do get in VIPs. If you are interested, the link is below. Hit me up. My name is at the bottom of each Telegram post. But onto this analysis here, guys. This is very complicated. All right, we have some very bullish factors and we have some very bearish factors going on. What's up, Ben from Amsterdam? That is amazing. Look, this is a very complicated situation in the market. I'm going to take this M off specifically now so we can see what's going on. But guys, you know, every time we've seen an M play out like this, Bitcoin has seen a massive dump, and the dump, you saw my percentage change thing over here, is usually around 12%, give or take. But we had the M play out here, and we haven't dumped, alright? The bottom we had today on Coinbase was $6,460, and considering we've played out the exact same pattern, but we haven't gone lower, we haven't gone down by about 12%, which in this case would take us down to $5,800. Athletics talking about the 1 hour death cross. I wouldn't look at any indicators of that sort on the 1 hour chart, mate. But, you know, for this M formation, you know, I would have expected it to go straight down. And so this is very interesting. It's showing us signs of strength from the bulls. And guys, this strength from the bulls thing is complicated, because what it could mean is just that bears stop selling at a certain level. Or what it could mean, like I just said, is that bulls actually step in and they say, alright, well, I'm going to buy at this price. So it's very complicated. I don't know which one was I don't know which one actually happened, whether it was bulls defending the 6400 line or if it was bears just not deciding to sell even more. If it was the latter, guys, that is not good news, because it means strength from the bulls is weak, strength from the bears is controlled. So it does still mean that the bears are in control of the market. Not good news for most people. Of course, for us, we're going to be shorting it anyway. So like I always say, whether it goes up or down, we are still making exponential profit. You know, usually a 2x or more every single trade, especially in VIP. But, you know, that's the bullish sort of scenario, right? What it could mean is it's bullish. And this is why I'm in a no trade zone, why I'm neutral right now. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But guys, take this M off as well. And what we've got here at the 6,800 level is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rejections of this 6,800 line. Alright, that is very concerning. We've been rejected from this line 5 times since, what was it? The 10th of... Is that 10th of June? Have we been in this area for a whole month? Hold on, I don't think I can read the dates properly. 25 days, wow, we have. Okay, so for 25 days we haven't seen a level higher than $6,800, just because that resistance is so strong. And guys, yet again, we've been rejected by the 6,800 level. This was expected. The resistance is huge, and guys, I did say anything in this area is a bull trap zone. All right, if we cannot get above 6,800, we're in a bull trap and we're gonna go back lower. And guys, that is exactly what happened today. We've now tested 6,400, and the scenario I played out in the last stream was that we could see a wider Elliott wave going up here to 1, down to 2, and then we can zoom out and draw this all the way to the moon or whatever, you know, that this doesn't really matter beyond number 2. But the point is, what we could see in this larger trend, sort of long-term formation, is we get rejected from 68, we find support on 64, which we did, not exactly plus $60, but it doesn't matter, and then we end up ranging back higher and breaking 6,800. All right, this is a possible bullish scenario, and guys, you know, like I always say, the fundamentals line up for it. We're getting so much talk of ETFs now. We could be getting an ETF news drop very soon, which would definitely pump the charts a little bit. So it looks like a scenario that could play out. It is playing out the same way, and especially given that we have not just crashed right through with this M-shaped formation, I'm feeling like there's a bit more credit to give to the bulls. Alright, but I said that I'm neutral, and the reason I am is we are still in a downtrend. Alright, this whole thing is going down. We're in a rising wedge, an ascending triangle, name it whatever you want. It's a continuation pattern, it's a consolidation pattern within an overarching trend, which is a downtrend. And so you can't negate these facts. Like I said in my candle analysis video, you should always none of this is financial advice, but I always say that you should always only trade the continuation patterns, because reversal patterns don't happen so often. I mean, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times in the past, what, like 4-5 months, whereas we get continuation patterns happening all the time. And so continuation patterns are the things you want to trade. You do not want to look for reversals to trade. And so, guys, at the moment, if we are just playing continuation patterns, we've got the exact same M formation playing out. We've got a rising wedge, ascending triangle, whatever you like. We've got the hope coming in at these higher levels. It makes sense that we drop lower now. But like I just said, we haven't dropped lower, even though we've shown all of those signs. We could be in a larger term uptrend, alright? Like I mentioned yesterday, the triple bottom has played out. We have found support on the triple bottom. We didn't close below the triple bottom area. Futures have restarted for CME. Go back to that here, and guys, like we all know, it's people with the deep pockets that have been manipulating the markets. You know, this is an ABC correction wave up, which I drew many days ago now. This was actually courtesy of another viewer, so it wasn't me that came up with this idea, but it still stands. You know, we've had significant reversals ahead of every single futures date, and we've seen the exact same thing happen now. So it makes sense if we do go on for another bit of a rally. And, you know, apart from that, you know, I've been so strongly focused on Bitcoin, but I have decided to go into alts a little bit. And that was with our NEO signal that I did put into VIP. We were able to get a very nice entry on that. Let's switch on my exponential moving average Rubin. So we entered about here at 5,600 satoshis, or whatever that is, 56,000, and we rode it all the way up to nearly where it peaked at 63. So that was a nice, I think, about 10% profit or something like that. And I did give the signal that I'm going to be re-entering NEO at this level if Bitcoin didn't dump. So I did give a reason for why I wouldn't get into that signal. And of course, you know, when we did see NEO dropping alongside Bitcoin, I reinforced that yet again, and I mentioned, you know, guys, since NEO has dropped with Bitcoin, I'm not looking at this trade anymore. Just because, you know, everything is going to drop with Bitcoin, like I always say, and alts are going to drop harder. It's just that if NEO were to naturally go down, maybe there's a bit of a sell-off, but Bitcoin is able to stay sideways or strong, that would be a good buy opportunity for NEO. So what we're looking at right now, guys, we are in this EMA ribbon support. It's worked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I don't think that 5th time counts, so let's say 4. And it's now working a 5th time as well. So guys, if Bitcoin is going to go up again, that is going to mean NEO will have a very good time as well. You're going to see a little bit better profits on NEO as well. So if you guys are interested in swinging that NEO trade, definitely go ahead and see how it plays for you. Personally, I am not signaling it at the moment because I don't like to be trading alts when Bitcoin is making any moves. But I will look into it, and if I do signal it, I'll probably put that out in gold as well. As for my TA though, I think that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, it's a quick analysis video. I didn't have much to go over in this stream. We're seeing much of the same thing. It's basically just what I called yesterday. So we had the M play out. We've had this wave down to the 6400 support. So nothing that is unexpected has happened today. It's all happening in a very controlled manner. And guys, once more, just to thoroughly reinstate, we are not in a safe trading zone. We could, you know, a million things could happen right now. We could get sent right up to the moon or down to the streets and become homeless people, alright? Because there's too much in favor for both arguments, that we're bullish or bearish. And guys, what I always try to do is give you both sides of it, take a neutral stance, and you know, the best traders, they're going to stay completely neutral, stay completely objective in this, and you know, remove all emotions from this, and then decide which, you know, whether it's bullish or bearish, which side leans stronger. And at the moment, you're seeing all of the more professional traders, like Kirby called it in his stream, I think yesterday or something, the bigger players, the ones who are actually quite successful, are staying away from this trading zone because there is way too much uncertainty. Guys, if we can get an entry on a breakout above 6,800, you know, whether it's a couple dollars higher or $100 higher, we're still going to ride it way up. And the same thing goes for if we short when we have confirmation that we're going to continue going down. We are not going to get the ideal entry, but the profits will still be absolutely huge. So this is a plea to the people who have been considering it to stay a little bit more patient. None of this is financial advice, but to stay just a bit more patient and see how things play out before you start making a trade that you might regret. But guys, with that, I'm ready to go into your questions. Hope you do love these streams. If you could smash those likes, 300 viewers here. Guys, these streams will be becoming a little bit earlier in the day from now on. This is not convenient for me, unfortunately. So I will be doing them around probably 5 p.m. BST, something like that, moving forward. Which platform am I using to short, Paul? I'm using BitMEX. The link is in the description down below. It gives you a bit of a discount on the fees, and the fees on BitMEX are ridiculously high, so you will need it. Can I do a quick overview of BitMEX sometime? Confused about the leverage and how many contracts, contracts I can buy, etc. Luke Ross, I want to do it, but I've actually already made a BitMEX video. So if you type in 4Flies BitMEX, my channel name space BitMEX, you're gonna see a video with a title, sorry, with a thumbnail that has a big green 2x, and that is my BitMEX video. It goes from everything, you know, A to Z. I'm going to make more advanced BitMEX videos because there's such a high demand for it, and of course it's the only way to make huge profits in this market, so I think it's a good time to make those kinds of videos. But I have a lot of requests at the moment, requests for EMA videos, like a tutorial on how to use it, the VPVR, so many different things, so I'm working through that slowly and making sure I do all of it correctly. What's up, March from Texas, from South Texas? Is that near, isn't that there's a place like, I forgot the name. It has a cool, like, Mexican name or something. You sold all your property and bought Bitcoin in December. R.I.P. Chazza, I'm sorry you made that decision. If that's true, you probably should have known better, to be honest. Is there anywhere we can short if we live in the US? Big Axe, I don't think there is. I do not think so. Because you might need to be an accredited investor, but I don't even think they're allowed to. So you can get around it using a VPN, but there are big issues surrounding that, and I wouldn't recommend it. You need to create a company, and then you can trade on Bitfinex to short. Okay, that makes sense, Chazza, yeah. When will Bitcoin come out on NASDAQ? Anita, I wish I knew the answer to that. Use the Ichi cloud. Good idea. Let's see what the Ichi is telling us. I think we might be out of the cloud now. I actually haven't checked it. Yes, so we are out of the cloud. That is amazing. So as we know, guys, we've been rejected by this Ichi cloud many, many times. This time around, we have stayed strong in this Ichi cloud for a period of... how many days? For a period of 4 days, going on 5, and now we are out of it. This cloud is turning into support, so really what we could see here is a bit of sideways movement, potentially fall into this green cloud and use it as support to launch us back up. This is a very bullish case scenario because, guys, every time we've had a we've gone through a red Ichi cloud, and we've got into sort of neutral territory, I guess. It's been the result of a massive pump like this. All right, not natural. Well, none of this is natural movement, but by far this is far more unnatural to have a massive pump like this to take us out of the Ichi cloud. All right, the same thing happened back, where was it? Back here. Actually, this doesn't look unnatural. My bad, I made a mistake on that. Let's focus on the April pump in this case, because it was the most recent one, and what we saw was a pump taking us straight through that resistance, completely, you know, we go over to the shorts, and it was only done for this massive short squeeze to create a huge amount of liquidity for these stop hunters bots, and so this time around we've gone through naturally. We've traded within that, well, as naturally as Bitcoin has been for the past bit. We've gone through it naturally without any massive pumps, and so this does look far more controlled. If we've seen a reversal this time, it makes complete sense. Alright, just given how smooth this transition out of the red cloud has been, and I would not be surprised if we end up finding support here. Guys, if we do, that is the most bullish factor I think we've seen in Bitcoin for the past month. Pretty sure Sunny said Bitcoin will come out on Nasdaq in October. I don't know about that. I don't watch Sunny Decree, unfortunately. You put your... What? You put your mom and sisters on the corner so that I could make fiat to buy Bitcoin? What? Or leave the US, it's a sucker's country. I won't disagree with that, my friend. Out of the itchy. Yeah, Tag, it's is that how you say it? Oh, sorry, Yusuf. It's a very good sign seeing this green. Absolutely. I'm really happy seeing this as well. Check out the daily 7-day and 30-day MA cross. Depends on where the candle is. It's going to be golden or death cross. Okay, well that's interesting. Let's see what that looks like. Bluebone, thank you for pointing that out to me. So, MA. And guys, you know what I found out is that this VPVR indicator is for TradingView Pro users only. So that is really unfortunate. I wish you guys could use it. It's such a good indicator, but I do have a link in the description. You can check out TradingView and you'll get, I think, like 30 days free on the Pro subscription. Oh, sorry, I did it wrong. So, you can check out the VPVR indicator. I'm going to make a full video about it, so you can check that out in just a bit. Okay, so this is the MA setup you wanted me to do. This is going to be a golden cross, if anything, but these are very short-term indicators. I don't think it makes sense to call this a golden cross. A golden cross should be something absolutely amazing, like the 200 MA crossing below the 50 MA on the daily or on the weekly or whatever. RSI for Bitcoin plays true, right? Lizzie, at the moment, the RSI is not a reliable indicator for Bitcoin. Like I said last stream, I'm only keeping it on because it makes me feel comfortable when I sleep at night. I'm not even looking... I have not been looking at it probably for the past 2 weeks or something. It's not been a reliable indicator. You can check all the death golden crosses before. Nailed every single trade with that. No, absolutely, and I always say it that, well, these crosses would have screwed you over, but... no, I always say using EMA crosses, in this case MA crosses, is the best strategy for new traders. Guys, EMAs are my absolute favorite indicator. These are the EMA ribbons. Absolute favorite indicator. I've used this so many times to make insane profits. And as a new trader, all you need is this and a little bit of common sense, and you will make huge profits. So completely agree with you. But Bluebone, as for that golden cross, I don't think it's telling us much. This EMA ribbon is also telling us much the same story. If we continue to go up, we are going to see the 21 EMA cross above the 25, cross above the 30 and 35, and so on. So you're going to see this on all moving average indicators. The time in the UK is 11:49 at night. EMAs for 1 hour or 4 hour? Yeah, I mean, the 4-hour EMA is showing us some support, which is a good sign because the past 4 times it's tested this support, it has held strong. So again, this is a bullish case. So it is looking good for the bulls at the moment. but it's still a rising wedge. But yeah, it is nice to see further confirmation for the bulls. As for the 1 hour, it's not telling us anything. The EMA is just trading, you know, in the middle of where Bitcoin is. So, yeah, I mean, the 1 hour isn't a good chart to look at anyway. Which EMAs for what timeline are the best? Trader DJ, I would go for this exponential moving average ribbon. It's one of the templates on TradingView. You're going to get set templates. You just click on this study templates button. It's called MA exponential ribbon. Go for that, and I think it's going to give you exactly what I've got over here. I might have changed it, I don't know, I forgot. But I think this is great. Absolutely love this indicator. I'm from London, Adam. Like your analysis, thank you very much, Dimitri. Can you look on week chart Bitcoin since 2012? Can you see a conservative trend line here? Dimitri, I don't like looking at very long-term charts like that. Why did my AC just cut off? We've been blessed with hot weather in the UK, so had to get the old AC out. I think Bitstamp will show us that chart. Let's check out the weekly, and I mean, look, I'm not very good at long-term analysis. Like I always say, I only trade these daily patterns, so probably not even a good person to ask, but I'll see what I can do here. Do it just for you, Dimitri. Yeah, so we've got a bit of support here. This is a, what's this? This is the yearly support. Well, it's not yearly anymore, is it? But, yeah, from March, this support does tell us that we could see a bottom around the mid-4000s. If this is the line you were telling me to draw, this is what we're looking at right now. I think we can actually use the pitchfork for this pattern as well. I am so glad I got the positioning on this correct the first try, because this is the hardest indicator to position. I didn't get it correct, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, I think that's... No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Let's go back to what I am good at, because I cannot analyze the long-term trends. Let's go back to the daily here. Oh, let's say 4 hour. Hi, Four Flies. I just dropped by to say congrats on these superior genes. I do not have superior genes, I can assure you of that. Hello from Palestine. Amazing, Humshack. Didn't know I had Palestinian viewers. Norwegia. Very nice. I have a friend in Norway right now. Stochastic RSI overboard. Hassan, I don't know how to use the stock RSI. It's surprising, right? I should know how to use it, but I've never looked into it. So I cannot tell you what the stochastic RSI is telling us. I really want you to try and say hair in place of the pronunciation. Use hair. Of hair. Can you try it just for a few minutes? Okay, so it's hair and it's hair. That's how you say it. Thank you. Croatia, amazing. Bullish. Yeah, you know what? After this stream, you know, telling you, you know, when I say these things, it helps reinforce it in my mind, and I am feeling a little bit more bullish right now. But I'm still definitely overwhelmingly neutral, if you can be overwhelmingly neutral. VIP in the room. Awesome. Vienna, Poland. Mexico. This is so cool. We just get, you know, I love the diversity that we find in these comments and all that. Australia, amazing. You know, like, these are all places I'd love to visit. Travel is what I wish to do. It's a bit hard at my age, but as time goes on, it will happen. Smash those likes. Thank you very much, Barton. Guys, if you have any final questions, stay neutral. Yeah, I will. I mean, I've got to, you know, it's the only way to stay successful. If you guys have any last questions, please drop them here, and I can go through them. We got South Africa and France as well. How many VIPs are here? I don't know about the stream, actually, but I think we've got... You know what? I actually did a prune of the VIP members. I realized there were so many people in here who weren't supposed to be here. So... And that's just because people sent out their invite links to other people. So, I think it's down to... Let me check. VIP is down to 128 members. So last night I said 150. I was wrong about that. It should have been 128, which is the real number. I'm in USA, but I'm from Poland. Awesome. I love people who stream crypto charting live. Yeah, Legend, it's difficult, but I do like these streams as well. I mean, I watch some of them whenever I can. Shout out to Martin, one of our VIP members. Last bubble had a high point of $1,174 and a low point of $165. Is there a chance we'll go back to 1,174 level? And if so, is there a resistance level which, if broken, we'd go down to that level? Very good question, Lassie, if that's how you say it. This is actually something I've speculated on myself. But like I said, I cannot predict these long-term trends. I'm very bad at it, so I stick to what I can do. But if we do play out this bubble pop and we go down, it is very possible that we see levels like you mentioned, 1,174, because that would mean a complete retrace. Now, usually that's not what we see. Usually we see a 90%, 80% retrace with Bitcoin, sometimes 70%. And in this case, it has been a 71% retrace. So an 80%, 90% retrace would put us around the $2,000 range, or the $4,000 range. But a 100% retrace would take us to that high, like you mentioned. And it is very possible. I am not ruling it out. I think it's quite unlikely. But you asked for a specific resistance level to be broken, which would mean we go down that low. I don't know, my friend. My first guess is about $2,000. But my memory only goes as far as when I joined the crypto space, and that was in May 2017. So I never really studied the chart for what happened before that. But you know, it does look like 2,000 is the last sort of major, like, big number before we start seeing, obviously, before we start seeing the $1,000 range again. So I hope that does answer your question. Cape Town. I remember the rejection at 10k months ago. I could see the rejection again at 6,800 being the same. You know what, Daikon? It looks the same though, doesn't it? Yeah, it does look the same. So I think you're talking about this one, which was going on 2 months now. So yeah, it is 2 months ago now. Definitely, I mean, you know, we could see going down to this 2 and then going back up to test 68 again, forming another double top and going down. Very possible. Am I watching any alts at the moment? MJ, no, I'm not. That Neo signal I gave was just a random one. You know, it looked good, and I decided to call it just to test the waters with alts again. Do any of my high school friends watch my streams? That's a good question. I don't think they do. Nah, they want to play League of Legends and stuff all the time. I'm sorry if I've just called you out and you are watching. $16 billion volume, guys. This is something else I wanted to pick up on. When we went bull yesterday, well, not when we went bull, but when we saw a pump yesterday, I think it was, I've lost track of time, it was about a $14 billion, $15 billion volume. So what we are seeing today, guys, is a red day with more volume. So this does still show us that, what's the word? Strength is with the bears at the moment. So this does negate some of the bullish factors. Volume, as I always say, is the most important indicator that we have, and it's the last one I learned to use, the latest one, because I think it's very easy to overlook at the beginning, but it's such a powerful indicator. Because, guys, at the core of it, what volume tells you is how many people are buying and selling. And so if you've got, you know, if you've got more volume, you've got more agreement in that price action. And that is why, guys, you remember my Mega Bull video? Still absolutely applicable to this trend. If we look at the general trend for volume, guys, it's going... Coinbase fixed their volume. Oh, shit, nice. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, no, before the volume was like, it had a massive dip over here, and then it... Does it still? I don't know, I can't tell. Let's go over to the Bitfinex chart. Just to make sure. I can't tell, but you know what I said in that Mega Bull video, for those of you who missed it, I know a lot of you are new viewers. Shout out to every single one of you guys. The 20,000 and let me pull it up, 20,100 subscribers, guys. We hit 20,000 yesterday, so 100 subs in like 24 hours is pretty cool. Shout out to every single one of you. If you're not already subscribed, definitely make sure to do that. Smash those likes, tick the bell so you don't miss out on my uploads. But what we see with trends, guys, is when you have any trend, in this case we're in a downtrend, and you see volume decreasing, alright, so back up here we saw relatively high volume, and the trend, we look at this orange line, which is the moving average for volume, and we see that the general trend is that volume is decreasing through this downtrend, and guys, what that means is we are due for a reversal. I still completely believe in this. When I made the video, we were around about here, but it does not matter. We're still above that triple bottom area. We still have declining volume in a downtrend. This is the single most bullish indicator in my opinion, and it's why long term I am so bullish on Bitcoin. Seeing decreasing volume like this in a trend going down means that there is no agreement here, and it means that we are due for a reversal because volume precedes price, as we all know. Thank you very much, the Kirk. Congrats on 20k subs. I want to enter Bitcoin with limited budget. What percent should I put in this undecisive moment? Felix, I cannot tell you that. I have no idea. I don't even know what you're working with. You know, what percent would make sense for you? Oh god, you're really trying to challenge me here, Mr. Bangers. So we've got air, hair, hair, not air, fair, hair. That, yeah, they all sound the same. I will never change crypto, Andy. Thank you. Crypto Minto, I learned so much watching your videos. Thank you very much. That's a very nice thing to hear. I think, you know, with that, when I roasted Jawad a couple days ago, since then I've literally had no hate comments, so I think that kind of scared the trolls away, and it's just been straight positivity since then. So thank you so much to all of you guys reaching out, sending me those messages like, you know, I've helped you out, make profit and things like that. Absolutely amazing. I do love receiving those comments, and it makes my day. So thank you as well, Crypto Minto. I swear crypto is making me want to kill myself. Mastermind, it can feel like that at times. If you're being serious, please seek help. But no, I mean, if you're doing the regular 2018, I wish I was dead kind of exaggeration for a joke, I do feel you. I do, yeah. It's quite exhausting. If you were putting on a very short-term position on Bitcoin right now, less than 24 hours, would you go short or long? Rocks Cursed, I am completely, well, leaning bullish but completely neutral, so I would not put any positions in the next 24 hours, but the way you worded your question means that I have to give you an answer. Bye, Jawad. Yeah, if I had to, I think I would go long, but this is like if I was flipping a coin. I mean, you know, I still would absolutely never take a position on in conditions like this. How soon do you see the bull run start? Eden, if we go by historic performance, August would make sense. Can I give an RSI analysis? Like I went over DGMR, if that's how you say it. RSI has not been a reliable indicator lately, so I might do it a bit later. Great TA, always waiting for yours. Thank you so much, Dr. Boogie. How do you get access to VIP pool? Click on the Telegram link in the description below, and at the bottom of those Telegram posts in my channel, you will see @4flies, and that's my name on Telegram, so you can message me there and get into VIP. This is following the same pattern as 2011, not quite Cron. We're going at a much faster pace than 2011. And I believe 2011 didn't have a, oh sorry, my bad, I read that as 2013, even though I said 11. I haven't looked at the 2011 trend, so I can't comment on that. We can't beat manipulation, so surf the wave. Exactly, GFM. And you know, even with all this manipulation, we can still do TA. I mean, guys, what's puzzling me so much, you know, like I went over before, is we just look at these M shapes, and we've played the exact same shape out, yet nothing has happened. You know, we still haven't dumped. So that's quite indicative of a reversal to me. You know, I'm just so surprised we haven't gone down from here. Meaning behind 4flies, there is a duet called Time Flies Tuesday, and I like their music. Specifically their song Alcohol, how I found them from Vanos Gaming. If any of you guys are OG COD players from back then, MW3, he used to put out shotgun videos. So that was his outro music all the time. I don't know why I put 4 though, that was a stupid idea. The whole name is stupid. I'm not changing it because it's verified, but yeah, I don't know, I don't like the name. What does a reversal mean? Lance, a reversal means changing up the trend. So the current trend is going down, a reversal would mean the trend goes up. Are you long on anything, 4flies? No, I'm not. If I'd be long on anything, it would be Bitcoin. I mean, if you mean, you know, potentially long on alts, no, I wouldn't go long on alts unless I'm long on Bitcoin. Lowest we are going between 1200 to 2k. Cron, yeah, I do believe that. I mean, absolute lowest, but I don't even see it coming to that. If Bitcoin drops, what is the next support? Good question, Danny. I think we're looking at the mid 5,000s. Oh, well, actually, first of all, we're looking at 5,800, but I do think if we test that level again, we're going to break right through it and go down. So then we are going to be looking at levels like 5,400, 5,100, and I believe 4,800. But all of these levels, they'll just give us slight bounces and the dominant trend will be down. So we're just going to keep on shorting that, trading those continuation patterns. Do I see a possible inverse head and shoulders? MJ, I do, and it looks very apparent now. Let me draw that out. Again, like I always... What have I done? Oops, what's this? Oh no. Okay. Back to normal. You know, like I always say, I don't like head and shoulders patterns because you can spot them everywhere. But I think this time it does make sense to give some credit to it. I don't know how, you know, I'm not sure how low this right shoulder could go. It could go much lower, but it makes sense to give credit to this theory now because it does definitely look like this is a possible scenario to play out. But I'm still, you know, this is not something I plot on my charts in my own time. It's something I only show you guys in my streams. I never look for head and shoulders patterns because, like I say, you just spot them everywhere. So it's not reliable. Will Litecoin follow Bitcoin if they fly? Amy, Litecoin is probably going to follow it a little bit, but overall it's most likely going to stay stable, and it's going to suddenly pop off when you least expect it, and when it pops off it will be huge. So to answer your question, no, I don't think it will follow Bitcoin. I mean, it will a little bit, but not as much as you might think. Can't trust Bitcoin, seems like a shady market. What has been the best indicator lately in your opinion? Oh, that's a good question. Do you know what? I went over this in the last stream. The best indicator, I don't even know if it counts as an indicator, has been, what's the word? Just basic candle patterns. So like I said, I don't know if that's an indicator. It probably isn't. But, you know, just identifying these basic candle patterns like rising wedges allows us to trade these continuation trends. So that has been the best. After that, it has been these EMAs, which are absolutely amazing. We get rejected from it every time, so typical. So it does mean we could get rejected from it right now, as we are trading within that EMA ribbon. Do you think the market has turned bullish from bearish? Gene, I mean, that's kind of the whole topic of these videos, and the answer is never clear-cut, so I don't know how to answer that, unfortunately. How do you decide when to sell out of a trade? Oh, that's a good question. Usually, to be honest with you, it's just when I'm not feeling comfortable in a trade anymore. And that could be from a gut reaction, that could be when we're close to a key resistance level, that could be when RSI is overbought, that kind of thing. It's just when I don't feel comfortable anymore. Because comfortability is the most important thing. If your mental space isn't right, you're gonna have a bad time. Litecoin $20, that would be a hell of a steal, wouldn't it? Four flies, that inverse head and shoulders pattern is invalidated by the volume. The volume must peak at the head to be a valid head and shoulders. Very good points, Dax Wagner. Thank you very much for pointing that out. I completely missed it. Like I said, I don't even look at these patterns. But yeah, the bounce back up on this head and shoulders should have been stronger than it is. Absolutely agree. Jordan asking when moon and deciding to spam that, putting you in the timeout corner. Treat you like a child if you're gonna be one. I actually think Ripple is controlling the market. I take all your video and content as financial advice. You can go in the timeout corner as well then. None of this is financial advice. It goes without saying. I've plastered it everywhere on my channel. But I guarantee I'm still gonna have issues with it down the road somehow. Alright guys, with that though, I am going to end it here. I've covered everything I wanted to. I've gone through a lot of your questions. It's been a pleasure, like I always say. It's getting a bit hard for me to get back to all of you guys now. Like I mentioned many videos ago now, this is your time to ask me all the questions you can because I am able to reply to you. That window of opportunity is closing. I'm finding it a lot harder to reply to everyone now. I wake up to like 20 messages a day and it's a bit overwhelming. But I do try to get back to everyone, of course. I did have someone asking me, you know, how low do you think Bitcoin can go? Wait, let me find it, actually. It was quite funny. Actually, no, I don't want to tease him. I'll leave it. People that say Bitcoin can't go below mining costs don't realize what the futures market was made for. Yeah, I completely agree, Kron. I don't think mining costs are a big support thing for Bitcoin. How do you use the ribbons? You just look at how it's performed in the past. So when the price enters these, when you're below the ribbons and the price enters it or it touches it, you're probably going to go down. So the ribbons right now are telling us that we're going to go down. But like I covered last stream, you know, the fact that we have been in this ribbon for so long, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days now, 6 days in this ribbon and still no rejection, is a bullish sign to me, because it means Bitcoin is showing a lot of relative strength in this area, so it could definitely go up a little bit. Thanks, have a good day. Aiden, thank you very much. I'm going to be signing off here, guys, now. If you're not already in the Telegram channel, then definitely do join that. The link is below. And, of course, follow me on Twitter if you're not already doing that. You do get all of my shit posts. Would love more videos on the indicator that you use. Okay, DJMR, I will be doing that. Thank you for confirming you want that. I think EMAs might be first because of how much I love them. I mean, I've already said everything about EMAs. I might have to find out what else I can say in a separate video just for them. And of course VPVR is a big one, which is extremely underrated, but of course, like I said, it is exclusive to paid members, which really is a very bad thing in my opinion. But like I said, you can get a free trial by clicking that link in the description below. Guys, once more, if you are interested in VIP, we've got a lot of people forming very good habits in this space, and you know, like I say, of course paying off the cost is the priority, but even just the lessons you take away from this, like this guy has mentioned, are, in my opinion, much more valuable. But of course, with the gains we get, paying off the cost is still very easy. It does depend on trading balance, obviously, but you know, we get like 2x gains with every signal, so should be pretty cool. Alright, but guys, with that, I am going to be heading off. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you've enjoyed the stream, you've learned something from it. With that, I'm out. Peace.